Welcome to our Department 56 open house for 2024. A few quick announcements before we start. I mentioned there's coffee and donuts for refreshment next door. And at noon, we're going to have basically a food truck called Rockstar Hot Dogs. Will be arriving, and there is a menu for you with a red ticket. As you probably noticed when you came in, they also have an arts festival going on outside. So we have to make sure we get the right people in line. So bring your ticket and redeem it for your lunch.
You're here. You're here.
Oh, they're here. So Paul will be signing pieces in the store next door.
Yay.
Up until his time of departure, which I think is around 2 o'clock thereabout. Lisa will be here as well. She'll be doing a presentation this morning. And then we have Stefan. Then later Derek from the RandomJChannel will be talking about repairs. And then Carl Wilson will be here later in the afternoon. We have 2 different bags up here with slips you can fill out. One will be for the drawings to win the prizes that you see on the table. That includes this display. So we have the display. Lisa Sidchip has 5 pieces, mostly vintage pieces that we'll be giving out as well. And then there's a bag for you to vote, called People's Choice, to vote for the display outside that you like the best from the display contest. Are there any questions before we start? Good.
Thank you for doing this, Doctor.
Oh, you're very welcome. Stefan. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. Yeah, wait.
Fired it all in on the patio. Last night, somehow they got wired up. Okay.
Where are you? Sorry guys, we'll be ready to go as soon as Lisa is done. We're almost done with the display. Well,
So far.
so far.
So far. Interesting. Stuff going on there, so.
Trying to do something different a bit. Oh, it's a hobby lobby.
They're asking if we can buy it.
Well, they'll come with the display.
Paul.
Are you rushed?
You guys come on up. You want to stay down or you want to come up? Because they can see you better. Yeah.
If you walk this way.
Oh, this other one.
Lisa,
Yeah,
you can just walk right
I'm
here.
gonna take the wrong way every time.
We take some just here. Hi, Lisa. Good.
Here, I was gonna give you a hug.
Oh, I will. Exactly. There's nothing like presenting right now.
Am I getting up here?
Yeah. In the back.
Kentucky. It's been a long day already. No, I wake up early in this morning. Yeah, we were up at 5 over there this morning.
Are you ready for lunch then?
Watch your
5:30 Eastern time. Paul got up at 5:55 Eastern time. And we got to the airport and had a Starbucks and ran the whole way here. So thank you for being so patient. Okay, so happy retirement. What a great day to be together. And if we miss up on some words, it's just because we've had one heck of the last 36 hours, right? I'm gonna just show a few things that are coming out for next year because we really want to focus on what we have now. We are very fortunate to have one of the pieces here today that everybody can take a look at. But there's going to be 4 new first editions this year. When we tried this last year, it worked out very, very well. The only difference of a regular edition and a first edition is the first 560 pieces are numbered. And traditionally, the company keeps number 1 and number 56, but the rest are allocated and go to our platinum retailers, and you are sitting next to one, not in front of one, you're sitting next to one. So our wonderful Paul Lundberg designed the Santa boot. And this is so cute. We had it last night at Madeline's in Louisville, Kentucky, and everybody was very excited and wanted to get their name on a list. And then the accessory that goes with it is equally as cute. So, you're pushing my slides. All right, so we all know this, so let's move on. We're going to show the first 4 first editions. So here we have, and we only brought 1, we didn't bring all 4, but this is the Santa's Boot Shop. And I'm going to let Paul talk a little bit about it just because he designed it. He loves doing this.
Thanks, everybody. So this is, I think in this piece I've had kind of my plan a while back, and I can't remember what the first piece was that I did the knitting. I wanted to do like kind of Santa's outfits and like his clothing. And this one, it got postponed a little bit, but to do his boot. And I was surprised over all the years that we hadn't done it yet. You know, it's the first time we'd even thought about doing it. So it's just a cute little piece. And if you look closely, you can see in the kind of fur on the top of it, it has little snowflakes kind of sticking off of it. Some bigger ones, some smaller ones. Let's see, what else did I do? And then there's a little a rack outside that's got Santa's boots on it. I think it's his drop box, so he drops his boots off. And the elf, he's the little cobbler elf. And he's working on it. Say his boots kind of match the same size. They're a little shiny sole on it. And he's fixing up Santa's boots for him. But I don't know where this is going to go, if we're going to do more kind of Santa's outfits. I don't know what we could do. I think we've done other, like his little top. I think we did his top, like a coat. What else have we done? We did the mitten. We did a hat. We did a hat house. I think I have a couple more ideas that we could add to this kind of just Santa's clothing kind of houses built around the shape.
I like it. Thank you. All right, so there's one of the first editions for next year. And then for Snow Village, we have the Enduring Willow Senior Center.
We'll need about 100.
Nothing like playing to your audience.
Here's the thing. Now, there's been some questions like, well, thanks a lot. Thank you for completely insulting us. But there have been a lot of grandchildren who have inherited their grandparents' collection. And they're very excited about it. And why did they inherit it? Well, because maybe grandparents had to go into a senior home or a senior center. The house itself is beautiful. It's a very beautiful green. And if you don't want it to be a senior center, you just don't put the sign out.
I want to know if there's going to be a coordinating piece next year, a funeral home.
When are you coming out with a wheelchair?
Do you collect Halloween? But the accessory for Snow Village this year is so great. It's a friends and neighbors piece, but it's got a couple hugging. It's got a woman on a ladder who's decorating, a home, and it's also got somebody with a push cart bringing in older pieces of village. So I think the accessory will look really, really cute with this. So there's number 2. Number 3 is for Dickens. and we're doing 17 Cherry Tree Lane for Mary Poppins. And Tom Bates did this, and it's absolutely wonderful. And then we've also got the accessory of Mary Poppins as well. And last but not least is Luna's late night brew.
Yay!
Yeah. Coffee is a great category, and I love that they brought it into Witch Hollow. And this one comes with the accessory, and if you can read it, it says sort of fresh cream, self-serve cream, and it's got the little goat. And there's another accessory that's going to be in the line next year that's called Jitter Witches, and it's two little witches who obviously have gone beyond the amount of coffee they should have, and one of them actually has like a bobblehead effect to it. So there's a little sneak peek. We will have the rest of the new items up online in January like we always do, because we do want to focus on what we're doing this year. All right, so I'm going to give you a few little Graceland updates, but I also want to tell you about the new cords that are going to be coming in the 25 buildings. And Stefan, if you want to chime in, or you want to chime in, I'm not electrical, but we are going to USB for the 2025 intros. They will come with a cube, but there are several people now that are thrilled about this because the strip adapters for USB are lots smaller, and you can put 12 to how many?
Yeah, up to 12.
Up to 12. And they're going to come black and white, right? Christmas or Halloween. But I'm going to let Paul discuss how the cords go up, because he's seen them.
Yeah, I can kind of quickly just kind of describe a little bit. The quality is really excellent on them. It's actually like a plastic clip, which doesn't sound great, but it is a really good quality plastic. And it's like a aluminum casing. It's the quality, you guys would be surprised at the quality. It's really nice. And it also has a dimmer. I think it has, I can't remember exactly if it's got like, you click on like 3 different levels, or you hold it down and it'll kind of like gradually dim, like brighter or lighter. They're excellent though, really cool.
Okay, so all 2025 pieces will have these in them. We're not going back and changing what we've previously done, but we're doing this for 2025.
Can you tell me what the watt and the amp is on?
That I'm not sure.
I haven't seen it.
I'll find it.
One quick question too. The size of the bulb, was it reduced at all in size, or is it the same that comes in the 3-pack and the 6-pack? Because
It's
I
the same
know
as the LED bulb.
they're the same, okay,
Yeah.
alright. So I know that those won't fit some of the older pieces.
Correct.
Yeah,
But, yeah. The,
Yeah,
the,
no,
holes,
that's
the
okay.
holes were smaller, and yeah, we face that. Okay, I went back to Graceland in July, and I just wanted to show you some updates, because I know in January, Steph and I took you through a video. But we added the banners now to all the big displays to really call out who we are. So this is the Snow Village display, and it just looks really nice and finished off now. There's Christmas Lane, calling it out. And the North Pole, we did it as an envelope, and it was mailing from Graceland to the North Pole. Pretty cute.
That's it?
No. There's
Oh,
more.
you're right.
All right. Okay, stop. All right, so I think I told you that when we were setting Dickens, we did it at 10:30 the night before we had to open. And needless to say, we ran out of time and energy and love for this project at that point. So when I went back, we decided to go ahead and finish off the top and add in some stuff to make it just pop a little bit more. And here's one of our helpers climbing up through the village. There's only certain little areas you could get through. So I said, oh wait, this is a great picture, we gotta take this. But then this is what we added in. So we had a big bin made out of foam core, street signs, and we went ahead and finished off the entire top. We added in old books and whatnot. So if you haven't been yet, or you wanna go see it, or you did see it, I mean, there's a lot of improvements down there now, especially Dickens. And then, oops, going too Go back one. Okay, now go forward. So we actually even made a whiskey barrel, a half of one or a top of a one to feature Jack Daniels. So we added in the Jack Daniels pieces. Thank you, Frank Mapes. I know I saw you out here somewhere. Generously donated pieces to this collection, and we're still looking for the others. But we went ahead and put out what we had and what we had from our home office. But it's got a lot of attention, and now it actually has a Jack Daniels bottle sitting in it with colored water to really pull it all together. And then before you walk into our gallery shop where we sell pieces for collectors, and we've started a lot of new people down there, which is great. We have these bookcases now that features all the pieces lit up so that when you're in that part of the gallery, you can see the pieces kind of in a darker setting before you get into the store, because we can't light them up in there because of the way that store is set up. Okay, so then keep going. But the best part of my year are my grandchildren. I was blessed with McKenna, who's with my husband. She's going to be 6 months old on November 8th. And then Colton, who was born on August 19th. And everybody says once you become a grandparent, there is no better gift, and they are true. So that is it. So, do you have anything to say?
No, I can't say.
Well, just try.
Yeah, this is something I always say when I talk to people, getting in front of people. But I just want to say thanks to all of you guys. I have a dream job designing these pieces, and I'm so grateful for every year I've been able to work with 256. It's a wonderful company and wonderful product, and it's because of you guys that I'm able to do it, and we're able to do it. So just thank you. I appreciate it. And I can't wait to see, talk to all of you, and meet all of you. I'm sure I've met a few of you already, but it'd be great to meet all of you. We'll get some stuff signed. It'd be great.
Perfect.
All right.
Any questions for Paul? Now's your chance.
The light card that comes with the pieces next year, are they available separately?
Yes, they are. Are they available now?
We are not selling them separately at this point.
Okay.
I'm not saying we won't, but right now they are coming with the buildings, but I would assume they would be offering them separately, just like we do our single light cords.
Will there be a gingerbread piece for next year?
Definitely. I hope you like it.
Or good next year.
You can tell them what it is.
Oh, I do. We ended up doing a tree. It's a gingerbread tree lot. Is what it is. Yes.
Oh.
So it's like a facade. It's a facade of a Christmas, like a gingerbread cookie tree, and there's a bunch of gingerbread trees around it. You can, and I think the accessory. My memory's here. I think we ended up calling it "Decorate Your Own." So it's an elf. Is that what it's called? Have you seen it? Okay. So there's an elf. I know I designed it. I forgot. So the accessory is an elf roasting marshmallows with the fires, the little lit fire in front of him. But he's got little decorated gingerbread, or they kind of look like sugar cookies, but they're gingerbread cookies. And there's multiple kind of styles of gingerbread cookies standing up around it, shaped like trees. So cute piece.
Any other questions?
Anything else?
Oh, yes, will there be another M&M?
We ended up doing accessories. 2 accessories, a really cute lit accessory. Hopefully, we're still kind of going back and forth with M&M on getting that one finalized. But there's two M&Ms making a snowman, and then 3 M&Ms just with a box of lights, with a string of lights, really cute lights wrapped around them. Any other questions?
All right.
Is there anything special going on at Graceland this next year that you're aware of?
You see, you can answer that.
So we celebrate 3 times down there a year. Elvis's birthday, Elvis's birthday's in January. Elvis Week, when he passed away, is in August. And then house lighting, they do every Thursday before Thanksgiving. So this is our year anniversary this year. But as far as next year, anything special, it's Elvis's 90th birthday. So Graceland itself might be doing a lot for that, and we just kind of, we're part of it because we're there. So.
We're all calling the travel agency soon.
Oh, good. I want you to visit. It's incredible. You know, you just don't realize what it's like to see all those pieces at one time. So, okay. Anything else? We will be inside. We'll come back and forth, but you know, please take some time to come and chat with us and meet Paul and get a retired piece of newly retired or a new piece. He's one of our top designers. He does so much, and we're so lucky to have him. Well, you didn't thank me when you were thanking everybody. So. I thank you.
Just finishing up 2025, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just starting on 2026 right now.
So he's a year ahead of us. No wonder he doesn't remember.
You're welcome.
And at Graceland, if you go through the wrong door, you might actually bump into Elvis. So, all right. So, where's Jim?
I don't know, I can't find him.
Wait, come back. All right, so we don't have a ton of time, so we kind of did a little head start. We also want to go easy on the carving in here because we're not sure about, you know, having too much smoke in here, so we're going to take it easy. But we got our plan. So first of all, the Halloween display, if you were here last two classes, it kind of spanned over two classes. It's back, it's missing the column. Millie had the column, but I'm sure some of you might have seen photos. So we're going to give that away today. It's in pieces, so if you have a small car, it should fit, because a lot of pieces are unglued so that you can move. I mean, these were never meant to be glued anyways, so you can move it around, but hopefully it'll fit in your car. And stay at home, because this was taking space in my garage. I don't want it. So, what else? Yeah, that's right. All right, so we're going to do a North Pole display, obviously, featuring the gingerbread lane pieces and a couple of other pieces. So what we started on, just to get a head start and do some big cuts, we've got, so we've got 4 inches of foam here, just 2 sheets, and I've got some plexis that I've got at Hobby Lobby. Now I took 3 of them only because if you take one, it's a little bit transparent. Now there's a film on these that you're supposed to peel off, right, to be clear, but I want to keep it fuzzy so it looks a little icy. So I stacked 3 of them, still really, really thin, and we're going to use that as a bit of a skating pond, if you will, or just a water feature. And then in there, we've got a LED light that you could probably see earlier. It kind of glows pretty well. This is one of the new ones from Home Depot that you can actually change the color. So it's got a switch on it, and it's got 4 different colors. So pretty cool. They're only like $10, and they don't heat up. They don't heat up. No, they don't. I promise. So they're kind of nice. And if you just put it in here, so you can. I'm gonna try to. I know the camera can see stuff, but I'm gonna try to show you. Did just a little kind of channel there to put that in here. It could be pinned, but right now we're just gonna leave it there. Okay. So let's bring those back.
You gotta bring that back?
And then what we did is we cut this for our water feature, and we're going to taper the edges so it's not such of a cliff in there. We don't want the elves to get kind of hurt, so we're going to carve that in there, and then hard to see from there perhaps, but you have a nice blue light in here. You can see it. Oh, that's kind of interesting. But it doesn't.
Yeah, there you go.
It doesn't look like that in real life. Yeah, right. And then Jim here.
Sarcophagus, or what is that?
So Jim was kind enough to also pre-cut this. So also at Hobby Lobby, you can buy these spheres. They don't come cut. They come like half ball like this. They have them in different sizes. So I had Jim cut it quite precisely, I might add. You want to explain how you cut it?
Yeah. These are 12 inches wide. Measure out how wide they are and keep moving around till you get the one area that it's pretty precise. Just draw a line across there with your ruler, and that way you get a straight line coming out. On the outside, draw out a little bit on each side, and then try and figure out by rolling your ruler over if you want, or a piece of paper over or something. Find out where the center is up here. Mark it there, real fine pin. Then take a piece of any kind of tape that comes off easy. Scotch tape works fine. Green masking tape, blue masking tape. Don't use regular masking tape if you don't have to, because sometimes it'll pull a styrofoam apart. But then start on one side and wrap that up by looking down like this and get it precisely across over to the other one and tuck it in underneath. Then don't cut it, because that masking tape or whatever you put on there is going to be a big clunk of glue across the top because of your hot wire. So then simply just draw a line again with your fine pin right next to the glue mark or right next to the edge of the tape. Take the tape off, then take your straight knife, that's all you need, and get it in front of you and follow that line as best you can. You're not going to be perfect all the time. I've done a bunch of these and I'm not perfect on it. But then what you do is you get your sanding block and again watch it, set it down, whatever you watch it, and try and sand it easy till you get it as straight as possible. Don't jump in on it because you'll find out that you'll have places that are almost perfect and others are just sticking out a little bit. That's it.
Yeah.
Put it in place.
So by doing this, you get two of them. And so they're gonna be like our little amphitheater kind of space. And of course, by doing that, we do have a factory cut. So we can use that if you want. And then the front edge, either we can carve it like a, ice or keep it straight, but that's gonna be our thing here and it helps reflect the light as well. So,
Real quick, I kind of roughed this up just a little bit by sanding very lightly across the face so it looked more like a little bit of a snow on here rather than a fine cut or fine sanding mark.
okay, and then next we took, you can put it back on.
Are you gonna not knock it off? Okay, there you go.
I'm gonna put that over here. This is, again, this rough cutting. And we're gonna do a multi-level display, but we gotta start with all of our layers. So we've got that, and then we're gonna take one of these pieces, which is actually a cutout of that, and use it as an overhang. Now I could go at the back. That's why I was nervous when Paul put his piece there. Oh, don't break a prototype. But we're gonna attach that. Jim's got some skewers. We're gonna try to keep it small again so it can fit in your car, Darlene. She rigged the, and then I pre-made these at home, but I didn't finish them because I want to show you how I like to do them. So I make these two panels. One is obviously smaller than the other. And then I put this rounded shape support here so we can put LED lights in here. So I've got a set of LED lights that we're going to put in here. And I kept it as two separate backdrops because then you can angle them or you can use them separate or whatever you want to do. So I've got one panel here that's going to sit, let's see, I think this one sits over here. And I've got holes here to pass cords for the houses. And then we've got another one here that's going to go there.
So what kind of glitter did you use on that?
So, good question, Sue. I like to use the diamond dust, okay? You can find this, I believe, at Hobby Lobby. I do buy it online. They come in smaller bottles, but I get the 14 ounce, I think that's the biggest. The interesting thing about this is that it's actually crushed glass, okay? So depending on how you work with it, sometimes it gets into my nail, like, oh, that kind of hurts. But generally, it works really well. So what I did, after putting some white paint on it, and then some blue paint on it, these over here, I used the glue I always use, the spray glue, just a small mist, and then I just sprinkled the crushed glass on top of it. And it reflects light really well. It's really, my daughter actually made these, so I don't want to take credit. I carved them, but she paints them and she glitters them. So they look really nice, and once we put the lights in here, they're gonna look even nicer. So what I like to use for lights is this stuff I get from Amazon, and basically the cool thing about it is that it comes into a little spool like that, but it's got connectors every 16 inches, okay? And you get either 4, or I have another pack that has 6, but in this case, we only need 2. So that allows you to connect them separately, and it comes with these little pigtails, so that if you want to have some leeway between them, then you put a pigtail there, and then you can angle your backdrop as opposed to having it straight. So we're going to install these, and they work with a remote, so you can have them fade in, fade out, straight color, or just rotate through colors. So, and there's a dimmer on it, so they're pretty neat. So we can actually start with that now, so we get this out of the way. So we're going to take that, and this is the remote detector. There's another kind I have in there that actually has a microphone built in. So if you have Christmas music playing in your room, the lights will change to the music in the room. So it's kind of cool. And they're very inexpensive. These are like 12 bucks. So we're going to start with that. It doesn't really matter which way. So let me take this one down. That's here.
What are those lights called?
You know what? I'll pass it around. That's even better. Oh. If you go to Amazon, you can find them there. They often have a coupon for it. So there's a sticky strip on behind it. So we're going to put that here, just like that. Now, and I'm going to have it so that there's room for the pigtail. Now the 1-inch layer here is actually wide enough that if I wanted to have 2 rows of lights, I could. I could go back and have 2 rows of lights if I wanted it brighter. Now, it's got a sticky strip, but I prefer to pin them down because the sticky strip on the foam and the paint is not that good. So I'm going to go ahead and take that here, and pin it right here. And Jim, I'll give you a pin tip.
And those are the lights, Stephen?
Those are the lights. Yes, they are the lights. You can see the white dots. The white dots on the strip is these white dots over here are the lights. This. So every couple inches you have a light.
You got that at Hobby Lobby?
No, those I got on Amazon. I couldn't find the tough part about these is to find them with that connector, which I find very handy. A lot of them come out of a big spool, and there's spots on it where you can cut it and it will work. But once you cut it, I mean, you can't plug it back together. So these are neat because you can go ahead and do that. So we're going to put a pigtail on that.
This, probably everybody's familiar, is floral pins when you're making flowers and stuff like that. And they have them in 2 different lengths. But what I'm doing now is I just stuck the pin in there lightly, and he can shove it down afterward. Because if you pin it all the way down, you're going to have a hard time plugging the next strip in.
Right. And we're actually going to put this pigtail in there. Okay, so I'm going to put that in here. Should put it done before. So, there you go. Okay, so there it is.
And don't put your pins on any metal objects that are on this. If you do, you'll short it out. So just pick a spot right near it and then put it on. You're good to go. Next one.
Next panel. So this goes there, this goes there, connector. So here's the next strip. I'm going to put that over here. Sure that the right one is right there. Let's go ahead and put the pigtail in there. Okay, do that. We're going to pin it down real quick.
Go ahead and plug it in.
Yeah, we'll do that. We're going to plug that in. Okay. Okay, we're going to pin this down. One there and at the end. It doesn't need much, just a couple. But I noticed over time they might. You don't want to pin through the strip because you might destroy the entire thing. Okay, so now we're gonna test them before we glue the front panel. Make sure they work. So all you need is a cube, just like the big B56 cube. a simple cube, like that here.
Do just that little strip in there, you can bring it all the way out to the edge.
Yeah,
Or you put it together, you can hide it back in between the two. There we go.
yeah, and of course we're gonna put
Of
our
course, you could
panel.
always make them bigger on the mountain.
Take that, take the plastic out of this. Okay, and we'll bring up power can, plug something. Okay. All right, so they work okay. Gonna put that over here. And it's bright in here, so they may not look very bright, but when it's darker, they certainly, so then you can change them to a solid color or have them fade in and out in different things. Find a color you like, but the glitter makes it reflect pretty well. So, and like I said, there's enough space there for 1 inch to put in another row of light if you wanted to. But we're gonna use that as our backing for our display.
Another thing on here, he's used Home Depot or Lowe's 1 inch thick. And you see he left the aluminum foil on there where it shows over his little mountain. That makes it reflect better and get more light out. Okay?
Makes sense? Any questions on the mountain backdrop? I do the same for Halloween, just make them Halloween style and use red or purple or something and make the mountains look creepier, but it's a good way to do it. You could do it as a single panel if you want, but for storage, I've got that little box back here. It just kind of goes in there and it's easy to store, and I like being able to angle them with the pigtail in between. And you can add more pigtails if you want. You can daisy chain them to make it longer. So that's that. Any questions? You can take it away.
Okay, with this type, you can go ahead and unplug the end piece again. So that way you can stack them or store them, or put them in a box, whatever you want to do.
Okay, so these will be included with the display today. So Jim, I don't know if you have a glue gun or I have one.
I have one.
We can go ahead and glue those. That would be good.
I'll take them out this way.
Okay.
I store most of my styrofoam, because I tend to make bigger sheets of stuff. But I use 5mm painter's plastic, and just wrap them like you would a Christmas present, and put packing tape on it, and you can stack them in, and it doesn't tear all the flock off or anything like
This
that.
stuff?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So you just wrap it like a Christmas present, you'll be good to go.
Yep. And I
I
actually
tend to keep too much that way.
all right, so that's that for our mountain backing up, because sometimes a display looks a little empty if there's nothing in the back. All right, so now we can go ahead and do some carving, because we want to give this away finished. It's got to be done today by noon, because I know Derek's got to go next. Well, not at noon, but after lunch. So I'm going to make room for Derek and for Carl.
What he's saying, it has to be done before the lunch break, because he wants to eat.
That's right. Okay, so here we go. So now we're gonna carve this up with different layers. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna cut this down. So we're gonna take this and we're going to put a house over here. I think would be nice. So we're gonna cut that and give us a spot over here for a house. I brought the houses we want to work with. These things are from Hobby Lobby. I was just going down the aisle and looking for the 50% off thing going on. So I found this set of gingerbread trees. Obviously B56 has a lot of stuff. Gingerbread, and coming up with more. The sign is also from Hobby Lobby. So we're gonna put that at the very bottom here to hide our seam a little bit. So I just wanted to get some props to kind of prop it up a bit with some stuff. And then we've got all the gingerbread pieces minus the new one that's coming out this year. Okay, so let's go ahead and cut that while Jim is gluing our panels over there. Going on that, if we have some big cutting to do, we might take it out, but I don't think we need to. I think we're in good shape here. Make sure we get this. Jim, if you can, we can replug the fan in there.
Okay.
Thank you. Good. Good. Okay. Go ahead and cut this. Start to lay out our houses.
Stephanie,
Yes.
you get the styrofoam and Hobby Lobby or Home Depot?
Yes, this foam comes from Home Depot, only because I have it delivered to my house and it's easier that way, but there's other places, as other folks know, there are local places that have them as well in different thickness.
How thick are those?
Those are 2-inch. And then we've got some 1-inch over here, which is what I used for the mountain backdrops.
Yeah, because Lowe's doesn't carry 2-inch anymore, they're only 1.5 inches now.
Oh, really? Yeah, I think I've heard of that. And so 2-inch is nice, it just gets us up there a little faster. Okay, so we're gonna start laying that, we're gonna do
Martha and I usually buy ours from Home Depot. Sometimes, especially if we want to go to the paint or something, we'll go to Lowe's. We went to Henry's, which sells this stuff too. Home Depot this week was $38.97 for a 2-inch 4x8 sheet. Henry's had it for $20 and some cents. Big savings. Or it had for 28. Martha's not here to correct me?
She took off.
Anyway, it's okay if you buy it from Henry's, but be aware, it's got rises on it. All over, little pull-ups. So it's great for Christmas because you already have your snow almost. You have to paint it, you almost have snow. But you'd have to sand it down if you want to get a smoother finish. It's not hard to sand. You can take a sanding block and knock one out in probably about 15-20 minutes. But you should wear a mask and you should have a good vacuum right there to clean it up, and I would not do it inside the house. Those little suckers will be there for life. So I'll let you know about that. I bought 10 sheets of it because that's what I needed for base to my display. They're in cabinets type made. So I don't have to worry about it anyway because everything's going to stack on top of it. But like this, if you wanted to have something smooth to sit the houses on, you'd be better off with Home Depot or Lowe's.
The price at Lowe's for the 1.5 inches is $20.
Yeah.
And if you get the right cashier, she only charges you $15. So. That happened. I was ready to pay it, and she, well, I'm like, okay, here you go. Here you go. Give her my money fast.
I like it too, and Stefan does too. And one of the reasons why is you can get your height quicker. There's less seams to fight and hide. And you can got plenty of room to cut back underneath. So punch the wires through and stuff. A lot of them cut through the top.
Yeah.
So that's the main reason we use the 2-inch. And it's a lot stronger. If you're building cabinets or shelves for them, you only have to put a support on them about every 3.5 to 4 foot, and they'll hold on the side. As long as they're on the sides and the front.
Okay, I'm gonna have Jim, oh, he's still working on it.
I gotta get it heated up.
Okay,
I had it on high, so it should be pretty good right now.
we're gonna make a couple of little islands to go in our blue water feature here. So not too big, but a good spot for a little accessories. Okay. And then we're gonna carve it up to show you what we're doing here. Everything okay there, Vince?
Yeah,
Okay.
everything's good.
All right. Okay, so I'm gonna make a couple of little ones here. I'm gonna take my sculpting tool, like that in here. As you can see, I had an electrical issue with it, so I rigged it, and it's working. Think? All right.
Down here in just a second.
Sounds good. All right. Down here, start carving that. And then we're gonna carve the edges of our water feature. Let's see if we get some, okay. So I'm just gonna carve that. Guess I should have brought a garbage bin, but we'll clean up later. No?
Well, we don't have carpet, it'll be easy.
You what?
We don't have carpet this time, it'll be easy.
Yeah, that's right, that's right. So good, I'll put my thing here. Okay.
You gonna need a glue gun up there too? You gonna use the glue gun up there too?
No, not for now.
Okay,
Later though, yes.
yeah.
Okay. All right, little islands that we're gonna put in here, maybe in there, and then we can put some of our accessories on there, just to give you an idea of what we're trying to do. So let's go ahead and carve up the inside of the water feature. And then I'll have Jim do something with that. I'm gonna take just a strip knife. I'm gonna take a short knife. It's already plugged in. And I'm gonna taper that a little bit here. Okay, you wanna
do that, or what do you want to do?
why don't you, yeah, if you wanna cut that taper, that would be
You gonna
great.
use that too?
No, you can go ahead and, yeah, you can go ahead and do that. Yeah. Okay, so while Jim is doing that, I'm gonna work on the upper level. And we're gonna continue to do some of our elevations. So we've got some stuff sitting, accessories that are gonna be sitting here on the layer that Jim is working on. Then we got another layer here, where we're gonna have this guy, and then another layer here. We can have this guy, and then we can put all of our gingerbread stuff kind of at the top. So I'm gonna take our half circle thing.
You want to go all the way down, or just half?
Yeah, just like that. Yeah, that's it. Okay, now we've got this over here. And we can put some pieces on there. It helps reflect the light. You can kind of see it there, but can you see it all the way from back there? Yeah, I know it's a little high, but hopefully this, I don't want to tilt it because it's going to be really bad. It's going to be really bad. Yeah. Okay, so I don't want to cut this down because it's low enough, and we can always kind of rise it up on something, but we're going to have, say, this guy over here, and it would be nice to have our gingerbread little roads. As you guys probably know, they come as straight, they come as 90-degree corners. You can make a pie with it. All right, so we're gonna go and use that here. We're just doing a bit of a layout to see what fits, what doesn't fit, and make sure we put our houses at the right spots. So put that here. See if we can fit a couple of houses. So it's gonna have an empty spot for the new house that's coming up this year. Here. So they're starting to have quite a bit of gingerbread stuff. We'll use that for now. And we've got all of our signs. So this will be here. We're going to slide that forward a little bit for our backdrop. And then we'll be in good shape. All right, so let's go ahead and do some carving. I can take care of this one separately. Very good. Oh, Jim's got it done. All right. So we're gonna take it all off again. Keep that in here. Okay. So obviously you can't see it from there, but Jim gave it a little taper in there. It looks much better than just a straight cut. All right, so Jim, I think we'll have you, if it's possible, to carve at the front or?
I can throw a carver underneath.
Yeah, that'd be good, because then if you.
Will you do that?
Yeah. Don't do that. Let me go ahead and use my sculpting tool. Okay, so Jim is going to go down to the lower level and do some carving down there while I do some carving up here. We have some pretty similar style of carving because we're using similar tools, so it's gonna look close enough. It's gonna look different. All right, so the sculpting tool is quick. So we're gonna do that. And then we might do a couple of icicles in there if we have room, we'll see. Yeah. As you can see, my wire's gotten small. They start really long and then they break. And then they get so small that they get red when we turn it on. Like, oh, it's too short. Martha, would you have any announcements for us? Yes. Come on over. The microphone is, you might have to just turn it on or.
It should be on.
Be a rock star, just push it.
No, can you hear me? Okay, so anyway, I am one of the co-presidents of Southwest Villagers. There are many villages throughout the United States that are all under the National Council of Department 56 collectors. And here we also have an organization in Tucson, Arizona Collectors, is that of Arizona? So we have at least 2 or 3 members that are there, and so they have their group. But here in Phoenix, we're probably the largest group that we have. And we have a lot of fun. We do things like this type of carving, not maybe like that, but so many of us are there are a lot of individuals that are participants and members of our club that actually can do some outstanding carvings and display things like what Stefan is doing and Jim is doing. And we welcome anybody that's interested in this type of a hobby. It's not only a hobby, but it's also a time for people to get together and have a good time. We have lots of friends. I see, hey, you guys, good to see you here. And it's just like a bonding that we have, and then we get to see how talented we can really be, you know, and we go, hey, I'd like to try to do that too. So anyway, if you're interested in joining the club, if you're here locally here in Phoenix, we welcome you here to Southwest Villagers. You can talk to me or you can talk to Jim. We are this year's co-presidents of the Southwest Villagers. And I know that we're doing in November, we've had donations from our own club members. We're going to do an auction. It's ongoing right now online to our membership only right now. And then in December, we're going to get together and have a Christmas party, and that'll be hosted at our home. Last year, we had it at Judy and Roger Powell's home. And it's just a good time to celebrate and have a good time. We celebrate Halloween, we celebrate Christmas. And now we're venturing into like the 4th of July and Thanksgiving. So it's a good time to get together and learn from one another how to create these unique vignettes that we do here. And we're so fortunate to have Stefan to be he was the one that we saw many years ago. And I go, wow, that's awesome. Let's try doing that. And then we joined the club. And then the club elected us to be president. So anyway, we've had many presidents and we are very fortunate. But anyway, once and for all, if you're really truly interested in joining a club like ours, we would welcome you so much. Just give us a call or just talk to us and we'll tell you how to join. Anyway, thank you.
Thank you, Martha.
Thank you, Scott.
You're welcome. We always want to make sure you've got time to say your thing. Is Anna over here? Is she on the other side? Oh, the other side?
Yeah, she's in with Paul.
Okay. And by the way, you might see some luggage under the table. We have some visitors from New Jersey and Connecticut here, Debbie and her friend, and they brought empty luggage to bring stuff back. So they left yesterday, right? And they're leaving tonight. So it's like a quick trip just to come and see what's going on at Millie's. ready and armed with luggage to bring stuff back. So,
My big question is, if I win that big one, you'll be able to ship it.
you know, I could find a way. I could find a way. Yeah, I did. I made a display in at the gathering in, was it 2011 in Arizona, and or maybe was it? Yeah, I think it was. And she really wanted it, but it was huge. It was bigger than this. So, all right. So we've got that here. As you can see, Jim is doing his thing here, and we are going to keep going.
Let me throw something in there.
Yeah.
You like the broad tool. I do too. The wide wire, but when I'm doing inner, I like the smaller one. So it just takes a second to wrap the wire a little tighter and then you keep on going. And then unwind it too.
Whatever works, Rick. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and glue a couple of layers together because I don't think we need to have this thing all in separate layers. We're gonna keep the backdrop separate, obviously. So it's got its own box. But I think we can go ahead and glue the bottom layers down. We can even secure the plexi in there. They sell the plexis, by the way, in different sizes. This one I think is 18 by something, 18 by 14 or 12, and they're only $1.49, so they're not expensive.
And they sell a $3 tool you can cut it with, which is a pain in the neck, but you can do it.
Yeah, I was wondering about that because I was thinking about cutting it.
I have one in the box.
Last time I tried to cut one, the whole thing cracked. I was like, oh, it looked kind of cool, but all right. So we're gonna go ahead and glue that. Okay.
Good thing about cutting like this, there's no right or wrong.
These LED bulbs are really good. They don't break. They don't break when you drop them. So, as you notice, it was by design for you guys to see. Okay. All right. Another.
Boy, it's colored bulb. You can't see if it's broke or not till you plug it in.
Yeah. Okay. And I believe so. This is the next layer up. So we're gonna put this one here. There. See there, and let's put some. This is the next layer up you have there. Now,
This is the first layer, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Now, if we had more time, we could carve out the foam so the plexi is sitting recessed in there, but that will take too much time. Okay, should be enough. Oh, this one. This one here. This. Okay, I think we can go with this. I'm not sure that's the next layer down, Jim. I think it's this one.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
We haven't done that. Well, we need to cut it.
Yep.
Let me have it.
Okay. You can glue them together if you want to. Okay, I'm going to do the upper level. This one together. And we'll include some trees with the display. I've got some extra trees. They're Limax. Don't say anything. Going at a pretty good clip here. trying to show you guys that if you have an hour at home, you can build a display from beginning to end. Just, if you have two people.
I was thinking there'd be two of them.
Yeah, that's exactly what you're doing.
So you coming down to Tucson,
That's, yeah, Tucson. I like going to Tucson. It's been a while, but I've been to Tucson. So, who has a display up right now at home?
a lot.
Halloween or Christmas?
Halloween. Halloween.
Okay, so you're gonna take them down Halloween.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Okay.
Christmas needs to come out.
Right. That time of the year. Carving that. So I glued Jim's layers to this, and we're just gonna carve it all in one shot. Now, there's one thing we have to plan for, of course, is the electrical for this. So, before I glue this down, I'm gonna go ahead and make a channel for that. I'm gonna do this over here. Don't wanna make it too small. Okay, we've got a channel over here, so we can put our light cord through there, and then we'll do another one on the other side. So this one I'll do a straight cut. You want to be able to light those up. That's where it's handy to have the different tools, because a lot of people say, oh, which tool is the most useful? And it's kind of hard to pick one, because depending on what you need, obviously, different tool, different purpose. So now I'm going to take that, and I'm going to go ahead and cut this back here for the wire. Like that.
Now, if you're not sure how to carve this ice stuff, I suggest you take an Alaskan cruise like Martha and I did, and then you learn what they really look like. It's cheap.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Vince. He's seeing the mess and like, oh. Do we have any other announcements from any clubs or no? Any? Nothing? No? All right, all right.
You know, I have a question. Is that new Elvis Presley building out already for purchase?
The Elvis Presley mansion?
Yeah, the new one. They came out with another one.
Well, I think it's only at Graceland.
It is.
Only brings that once we have to order it for the very time.
You can't.
You can't. So it's only available there.
The way they get you to go there.
Yeah.
And the plane.
And the plane, that's right. Lisa Marie's plane, yeah.
Same thing down here.
Yeah. Now, if you have a friend going, then you can, you know. But, yeah, it's only available there, and it's not in the line for this coming year.
Or if you got a relative that's close, send them over. Good, you're ready for it.
That's okay.
It is on the website. Graceland's on the Department of Justice website now.
Okay.
And you can order for shipping? Okay, good.
Oh, wow, that's new.
Okay, yeah, because I wasn't there when it started, so that's good.
Okay, I think we're done out front, right?
I think we're done.
You gonna do anything with the front of this, the bottom?
Well, actually, yeah, let's figure out where the sign should go, and then we can carve around it. But I think, yeah, we need to figure out. So Jim's gonna take the sign. It's easier to attach it. I'm sorry if you can't see here, but he's choosing the best location. And then he's gonna carve around it, but there's no need to carve behind it, just so it's a fun. There's a hole in the sign, so you can actually pin it there, but Jim is the master of signs. Okay, so can't see that. I didn't take into account Jim's layer, so I need to do another hole for the light there. Cut that out.
Put this just a little higher than I want to hide our inlay.
Yeah, I was thinking it could hide the seam a little bit, the plexi is splitting the thing of it. Okay, we've got that, we're close. Now we just need to carve the upper layers. Maybe do a little staircase in there would be nice. So let's do one of those.
Give me a couple of blocks down there, chopped off, so I can raise it off the table. The small one is fine. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Do that. Take this.
No, one.
Still have
Ohio State. Oh, really?
Ohio, so they both just kicked the field goal, so 17-13. Ohio State.
Got a little staircase there. Get us going on that.
I'm a big Ohio State fan.
Hi, Jim.
I had to work today.
Hi.
Smile, guys. Thank you very much.
Look it up.
Oh, yeah.
Hang in there, guys.
Oh, yeah. So I think, and my wife is from, so open it up.
I think we have the fan pointing the right way.
Yeah, I just got my brown one.
The pan?
The fan, yeah.
Oh. If anything, it's a draw.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think about that second panel. Carve.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't think it's a problem.
Pick it up real quick, because it's already got it carved up a little bit.
Yeah. All right, so we got that. Let me go ahead and carve this over here. How's it going?
That cover a little different.
All right,
Aluminum.
I'm joining you.
sorry for the silence. We were focused on our carving, and we are almost there. We're not going to worry about the sides, at least for now. Make sure we have time to finish it. And this one over here,
I just got the 127.
go ahead and move that around here.
Oh, yeah, mine is very moderate.
Oh, so I left a spot over here for our mountain backdrop so I can set a little recess in there. And then I put that there. Jim is doing our front here. That's good, that's good. It's carved up. All right, so I'm gonna do a little bit of glittering before we glue this down.
What are you spraying it with?
This is white paint. This water-based white paint. It just helps make it look a little better than the bare foam.
Yeah, my dad collected it.
That should do it. And then I'm gonna take our glitter here.
I go with Brian. So my brother was getting it.
And I'm gonna take this. Like I said, I just do a very small mist. Get it a little sticky. Take some glitter. I'm just gonna have a glittery stage after this. Just more in the top. Okay, so can you see it over there?
Was that a jam? Was that a band?
That's the final touch. Okay, so we got that. Okay, so it matches the backdrop a little better. I'm not going to worry too much about the blue there. All right, so good, good. And I'm going to keep this separate so that, again, if whoever wins this can have it in pieces, might be a little easier to.
I got all the stuff for it.
You got room, I know. Tony is like, oh, no, not again. Debbie, I can ship it, Debbie. I can ship it. This one too. Oh, and by the way, we're going to draw another prize. It's the weirdest prize. You can taste it. You want to pass it around now? No, that's good. All right, so I ordered some paint from Blink, and like these paint, and for some reason in the order, they gave me 3 Aqua Coat purple paint. Not spray, just, yeah, it was in the box. The box was really heavy. Like, what the heck is this? So they gave me 3 of those. I have actually no need for purple paint. So it's water-based. I don't even know what it is. I looked at it like, okay. And it was so much work to return it that I was like, So we're gonna give it as a prize, but if you win it and you don't want it, just pass and we'll draw another name. But I know you could use purple.
Yes, I was gonna say, I could have used it, yes.
So I don't know how that happened because I checked my order again and I didn't order any of this.
If nothing else, use it for a primer. But don't put white over it.
All right.
Just a second. All right, let me get the sign on here.
All right. Should we, should I paint it and glitter it first?
Yeah, it's a good idea.
So,
I'll get my stuff over there. I need to do it.
okay. All right. Hello.
Stefan?
Yes.
You sprayed glue and then glitter on that piece you just set down?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So I painted it white just because it looks better than paint than bare foam. Then I used the spray glue, and then I used the glitter.
And you all want you to let it get like the paint dry.
No. In fact, while the paint is wet, it actually helps keep the glitter. This paint dries fast too, so by the time we're done, it's gonna be dry. But yeah, I do it all in one step. Yep. Okay. This here.
Most everybody has been seeing anything. I don't use a template. You just tell us when it's one. Oh my God, it's dripping all over the place, and then ruin your counters. Don't sit them on your styrofoam list on something. I like the metal one because I got it for 79 cents at Goodwill, and it's great
Jim?
Yeah.
What do you think we should do with this? Should we maybe do like ice blocks on the front of it, and then we'll paint it blue and okay, do some lines. Yeah. Okay. All right, we got that done. Our glittering. Yeah.
As far as the line underneath, they just set it free or turn it.
It won't because it's LED and it doesn't. Now, if you're putting it on a piece of furniture, I would probably put a little something there, but it really doesn't heat
Don't
up
worry
at all.
about heat or fire.
Right, as long as it's an LED bulb. Yeah, yep. And I'm gonna put a little bit of glitter on the ice thing as well. You know, from there you can't see it, but it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
But you can't use the shaker on it, it doesn't spread as evenly with the shaker.
The shaker?
You know, not like a salt shaker, but a lot of them have holes.
Yeah, that would be fine. Yeah, this one just happens to come as a big bucket without the shaker, but if you had one with the shaker, oh, that would for sure. Yeah.
You say it gets under your nails, does it?
The crushed ice sometimes, yeah, when I'm doing something like, oh, but
Okay.
no big injury. So I'm gonna see if you can see it here a little bit. That's better than the screen, I'm sure. In the meantime, Jim is
I'm coming up there so they see what I'm doing.
all right. Jim is doing something special to the little amphitheater thing. There he is. Okay. We got that. This. We're not gonna set up any lights, but we're still gonna set it up like a display.
Right.
Oh,
I'm waiting for it to warm up.
Okay, he's got the engraver out, so he's gonna do some little ice blocks in the front of our amphitheater thing, and we're gonna do the same thing, paint it and glitter it and everything. But that doesn't stop us from going here. So, take this guy over here. Yeah, some of these still like, come on, get up. Put that here. This guy here. I'm gonna take my little island. Where is it?
I always have a scrap piece when I'm waiting for these tools to warm up, because there's no sense in messing up your final piece. And this is one of the slowest heating ones of all, as far as I'm concerned. Works good, but it's slow. Too cold, and all it does is move the bubbles around. It doesn't really help.
I'm trying to be more aware when Pharrell's taking photos. There's another glasses, I'm like, I'm so serious.
That's not the kind of picture she likes. She likes the sneaky ones.
The sneak, oh, she like surprise us.
Right.
Bless you.
So we'll do a quick fitting of this here. Jim went ahead and glued this down, so make sure they fit nice. And that will work, perfect. Two of them. This is also known as the blue ball. If you look close here, you'll see Wisconsin, Michigan, and no. Oh man, I opened up a can of worms.
Sorry, you're not throwing things at you.
Oh man, all right. Okay, I have to throw that in there. All right, so now let's set up our gingerbread stuff. We'll put up the sign at the end here. You guys will have to tell us from where you sit what looks better.
I know you can't see it, but that's what I'm doing. These are tedious little things, but they do make a big effect on the, whatever you're doing.
Alright, makes sense. I'm gonna take all of our here. Gingerbread pieces here. And we're gonna go ahead and this guy goes in our teapot. So slice this guy here. Marilla, you tell me, okay, because you can see it. You can see it better. So move things around if you like. 'Cause I don't know. That's looking good. That's a price tag. Yeah. Yeah, I can just sign the, yeah, we're probably just gonna hit it or something. Or does it sit without? Because I know he carved it. Okay. So, I'm gonna put a little bench. So there's a whole ton of gingerbread things. More is coming out. So, I don't know. I'll put it here for now. And so that should take everything we have. We're gonna go ahead and do some trees on this. We got a couple of.
Don't forget the ones.
Oh, my big trees! That's right. Oh my God.
That's so we wouldn't knock them over.
So I'm gonna go ahead. Those, thank you. Right, and then. He's got these.
Put a couple of gingerbread trees down below.
Gingerbread trees down below?
Little ones down on this.
Like these?
Yeah.
Down there?
No, by the
That building, this one here. Yeah.
Okay, maybe I'll move the bench then.
Yeah, you can move the bench, you have to step it.
Yeah, or maybe you can
Oh, no, yeah.
here. Okay, and then a couple of orange trees here. More trees. Morella, do you mind putting a few more for me down there?
Yep.
I won't take off the base for now. I'm gonna keep them loose, but wherever you think,
See it on the edge?
yeah, anywhere you think it needs a little color. Yeah, bigger.
Oh, you're coming with the dome, right?
Oh yeah, the dome is gonna go in there. We're gonna put a little bit of glue on the dome. It'll look better when the dome's down here.
You need something higher than
Oh, wow. You probably can't see this, but Jim did one heck of a carving job here.
Oh, how cool. Wow. Nice job.
All done with the engraver. How's it look over there? That looks good. I'll take it, I'll do a little paint on it. Huh? Good?
Interesting setup on it. Probably good, yeah.
I feel like a chef at Benihana. I think I could do it. I think I could do it. Spray paint and glue. It'd be food poisoning like never before. And,
Wait for that too long, I gotta cool off.
oh, you want to use one? It's hot.
Is it hot?
Yeah. I got the kind that doesn't turn on anymore. The one I had before would turn off every 30 minutes, but this new one I got from Amazon, it just stays on, which is actually better. So here's the little amphitheater, all glittered up. It's going to be more visible when we put it in its place. And then we're going to put the mountain backdrop on and plug it in. That's an express display there, Jim. That is an express display.
Stephanie, you don't wait very long for that glue before you put buildings on it, huh?
Well, I would wait, I mean, at home I would wait a bit to let things dry before putting a building on it.
Right.
Otherwise, I would put like a little spacer so it sits on something, just so it doesn't get sticky.
Yeah.
So, but these will be fine. I mean, it's dry now, but at home I would probably wait a little longer. But it's not gonna leave any paint, because I don't put a lot of paint on it. Okay, so I'm gonna get the mountain backdrop. Here's the film for you. pigtail to this one over here because it's kind of hard to plug it in when you have very little room like that. And the pigtail, you can just kind of hide it in there, so it's not a big deal. So I'm gonna put that here.
Wait, can you get it all lit up? I'll let you know the lights.
Okay. Okay. I like that, Vince.
Change in script. Item on the menu, common Blues Brothers Chicago style hot dog. So can you just make sure you
Where is
Stephanie, beauty card and tree is white, it's kind of tipped over on that side. So, yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Sometimes you just flatten the back of it
Yeah.
and just fluff up the rest. This way you can put it close to the back up. Vince is gonna do a drum roll over there. Let's do it. Hang on, guys. We missed the main thing.
It was dry.
There we go.
Now we can clap.
Lights on and off again.
Oh, wait.
Good.
My sign just a little on that side. Yeah, my sign a little on the left side. I don't know which color. Yeah, I know that one.
So I hope that helps. It was very, I don't know what.
It's 11:51.
Oh, so at 9 minutes, we can make another one. Now, I hope this was helpful. It was a little quick, but whoever wins it, again, if you win something, you don't want it, you can pass, but it comes with the display, with the trees and the backdrop, and of course, not the buildings.
Move that again, please.
Oh. Oh, okay. This? So I think the program now is we're going to break for lunch, and everybody gets to see all the beautiful entries for the contest. And if you came in late, Vince, you want to explain the bags?
Oh, so if you can hear me, there's 2 bags up front. One bag is for the gifts that we're giving away. The other bag is for people's choice. So you grab an entry form, you go out and you look at the 12 displays, and then you go ahead and write whatever number you want, you put it in the bag. Also, there's also been a change to the hot dog thing. They actually added another hot dog called the Blues Brothers, which is a Chicago style. You want that instead. But that your little red tag, the ticket, that's what's going to get you the hot dog out outside right there in the truck.
Perfect.